again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing with Christmas memories, and this is day one. Here comes Santa Claus over at the Scrappy Inspiration YouTube hop, and I'm going to be using the Echo Park Lumberjack collection. On a side note, I thought this was a little bit more Christmassier than it is. So I do ride the struggle bus just a little bit, but I make it work because it's got all kinds of wintry stuff in it, and I guess that's really more what I'll be using it for in the future and pulling in just a tad bit of extras. But once I busted out my Christmas bin with all the embellishments and fun stuff, it became a lot easier, and that's how I decided to embellish the layouts. Obviously the lumberjack theme was not going to work for what I thought it was. Right here are two old pictures of my son, and since this is Here Comes Santa Claus, they were back to back at school of him meeting his Santa Claus. So I absolutely love this buffalo plaid red and black. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And I'm going to use that to be the inside of my layouts and just place it right here on this black cardstock. I think it really just pops off it just pops. I mean, it was just pretty. The collection is gorgeous. It'll just be I'll bring it in for some Christmas, but I have so many other Christmas stuff that it's okay. I love all the blacks and reds and just this whole collection. I love it. It's just not Christmas, I guess. So that's enough. Get off that, right, Beck? So I am measuring. This one photo is a Polaroid and the other one is not. So I just want to make, because I'm not going to be able to cut the Polaroid down, but I'm going to cut the other picture down to match the same size, and then I'm going to actually turn it into a Polaroid in just a minute. It might be a little bit further down the line, so yes, I'm digging it, and I'm going to get rid of my scraps, and then I'm looking at it, and here is, yes, this is where I'm going to go ahead and turn it in. Basically, I'm going to use the card that it came in to be my you know what I'm looking for here. You know what word I'm looking for? To be the base, to make it into the Polaroid. Wow, sorry. Words are hard today. So I am going to trim it down. I just used the Polaroid as a measuring guide with a little pencil, and I'm just going to trim it all down, make it work, and then we're going to stick it on there, and absolutely love this. I like making the new pictures into the Polaroids. It's kind of fun. It's not quite an exact red match, but it'll be okay. You're not going to be able to tell. And right here, then I realized, oh, now I need to trim my picture down just a smidge more because I want it to look like a Polaroid and not just have the red cardstock hanging out on the bottom. And then there was a sticker on the back of this one, so I'm just going to erase my pencil marks. And we're going to be good to go. I am going to go ahead and stick that in there. I'm going to flip it over and just mark where I think it needs to be trimmed. And I am going to bring out my wire trimmer because sometimes the guillotine, it's me, it's definitely user error. I cannot line up the little hashtags, little hash marks very well. I do want to say thank you for letting me participate in this hop. And if you are watching this, please, when you're done, do not forget to go down and check out the rest of the wonderful ladies that are participating in YouTube channels and on Instagram and see what awesomeness they created for Here Comes Santa Claus Day 1. And this will be, since this is December 12th, we are doing 12 days, and it will go all the way up until the 23rd, and there's a different prompt for each day, so that's kind of fun. You guys know that I did just finish the other 12 days of Christmas, so it was, 24 back-to-back layouts of Christmas fun. I do have doubles for today because this hop started on the 12th and the other hop ended on the 12th. So kind of fun. So 2 videos today. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. I'm weird, but it's fine. It's fine. I do like this little Christmas tree paper. I think it's just supposed to be like outdoorsy, lumberjacky, but it's got little Christmas trees on it. And yes, I say Christmas, very weird. I have no idea why. But behind the Christmas trees is like a shiplap type wood paper, and absolutely love it. So I'm just going to stick that on here, and I'm just trying to line it just up so that it's straight. And I'm going to go ahead and use that for where my pictures are going to sit. Now I'm trying to look right here. I love these little mooses and all the plaids and stuff. So I'm going to use that as a bigger piece, and it takes me a minute to trim it down to actually how I like it. It has beautiful wood grain on the back, but the mooses, mooses? What's the plural of moose? It's not meese, because, never mind. Sorry, the rabbit hole there. The squirrel just ran by the window. I didn't want to have half, just the legs of a moose on there. So I'm going to take this other tree paper that's got wood grain on it, and we're going to trim that down, and I'm going to make it, I mean, like I'm saying, I'll tell you guys, I was on the struggle bus. I just kept trimming papers because I just couldn't, in my head, I knew what I wanted, and I could not make the papers cooperate. So that is kind of what we're going for. And that is pretty much, that is how it's going to end up. So we are just going to go ahead and get that all applied down before I change my mind once again. I mean, in the end, the layout turns out very Christmassy, and I'm very happy about it. But, you know, this was a little bit of a struggle. But I like to challenge myself, and that was the whole point, was, you know, try to find something that's not Christmas and make it into Christmas. And, all right, check that off. I did that now. So the rest of them are going to be busting out all the Christmas papers and such so that I can work through my stash so that maybe next year I can buy a whole bunch of new Christmas stuff, right? Like, that's the goal. I do come in with just a couple of the pieces of ephemera and get those on, and that's when I just keep going. I'm going through the rest of it, and I'm like, this is not going to work. And I'm like, oh my God, just pull out your Christmas bin. It's not like you have to use the collection. You know, you can add stuff to it. I had to remind myself, had to sit myself down and say, self, this is what you're going to do. And that's what we did. I think my whole, everything about this layout's kind of weird, huh, guys? Like, my voiceover. I'm in, like, a really good mood for some reason, and I'm just being all silly, so I do apologize. I do go ahead and grab my Wink of Stella shimmer pin, and I'm just going to add some shimmer. This is what I was thinking about before I decided to pull out the Christmas bin, thinking about how I'm going to make this work. And I liked this little deer head on the plaid paper, so we're going to make him sparkle and shimmer. And then I'm going to make the little lumberjack guy sparkle and shimmer just a bit. And then we're going to take a break. And then we're going to have pulled out all the fun Christmas stuff. So I did just, these are all the things that I'm showing you, and I just pulled them all out. And I got brads and jingle bells and all kinds of fun stuff right there. Those are little jingle bells. They're so cute. All kinds of fun stuff that I had in my stash. And little stickers and just, I mean, I have a huge bin full of it. I do like these little felt Santa hats, so I'm just going to go ahead and place that right there. So the little reindeer guy up there gets all dressed up. I'm going to pull this off just a bit and move it over so it's not at a wonky angle from the picture. And I am going to go ahead and use that wood veneer piece, I believe. I'm going to go ahead, well, maybe I'm not. Looks like I threw it to the side. This is a piece of washi tape that is like in a peppermint candy strip. And I did like the torn edge, so I just pulled that over to the side. And then we're going to use this other piece right up here. And I'm going to tuck it under just to bring some more fun Christmas to the layout. And like I said, by the time I get done with it, I love the layout. So, and oh, there is that wood veneer piece again. It says something in bright. I'm not real sure. I like the little ho, ho, ho. I'm just looking for a place to put him. And I think he's going to rest down there, half tucked underneath the wood and just very ever so slightly placed onto the washi. And just right underneath in that cluster, I believe, is done until I go to the brads. I have this little joy sticker. I like him as well. And I'm just kind of placing stuff around these cute little presents. I didn't want to introduce any other colors, so it was kind of hard because, you know, I'm a traditional scrapper. I like red and green. And so the majority of my stash is the red and green. I'll add a couple colors here and there if it's in the collection. But when I think of Christmas, I mean, I love looking at the layouts that everyone creates that's like not traditional colors, but I'm like traditional. I like the red and green and all these fun colors. So I did branch out of my comfort zone a little bit, you know, there's no green on the layout, but that's okay. That's okay. Just trying to, you know, create a little added oomph in my albums. But to be fair, this is the first year that I'm actually creating some 12 by 12 layouts. of Christmases, because normally I just do a December daily, and then none of my big 12 by 12 albums have any Christmas layouts in them, because there's like a whole album dedicated to it. So this year it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have at least 24 layouts in the album, in the albums, because I'm pulling from all different years and such, since I'm creating these. Most of these will be created the week of Thanksgiving, and therefore no Christmas activities have been done in 2020. So that's okay. That's right. You did see I pulled out my brad setter, and that thing is phenomenal. I do stab myself with it every once in a while, but at least I'm not shoving the brad under my nail, which hurts. I do go ahead and get the 3 brads laid down, and then I'm just going to come in with a bit of adhesive liquid glue onto the little brad tines, so that when I stick the washi tape on, it securely stays in place and doesn't pop off, so that I, poke a hole in a different layout. So I make sure that all of them are pressed firmly down, and we're going to come back in with some more presents. And I decided to just create a very nice little banner right across there with the word joy in there as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop on the little jingle bells, I believe. Yes, these little guys are super cute. They don't jingle though, but it's okay. It'd be way cooler if they jingled, right? And then your layout would jingle, but then people probably wouldn't want to flip the page a lot. So I just get those set around the page. And then I'm going to come in with these cute little sequin stockings. And I'm just going to make a little stocking banner here as well. Just trying to, I was going to put them different ways, but then I decided that did not look right. So we go ahead and make them. And I kind of just tuck them right up underneath the picture as well. And the good thing about the art glitter glue is it dries clear. So even though it may have popped through some of the little holes and such, it'll be okay. And my title is going to be, Oh, What Fun. However, it does take me a while to figure out where I want it to go. And I am going to settle with, I believe, yep. I was going to say, that's what I thought. I didn't believe I left it like that. It's going to sit at the top. And then I'm going to have the whole diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. And I seem to do that a lot, but I really didn't mean to. It was not my intention at all. But it works. So I do have that. That is a journal. It's a journaling card. It's from a Project Life, and I just trimmed it down and made it work. And then I'm going to go ahead and run that at the top. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. And I just keep futzing with it until I'm like, it's pleasing to my eye. And I am liking that. You guys know sometimes I don't even title my page. So, I guess it's good that I did. I go ahead and grab out my liquid pearls in I think it's carnation red and some gold. And I don't even remember. Now, I do, yeah, guys, I run my hand through it. The top right corner, you'll see I smear it. But I'm just going to go ahead and make some fun dots with the gold stickles. And I didn't notice it until the stickles was already dry. So there's just a smear line on there. It's totally fine. I'm just going to go ahead and put some fun little accent dots all over the place. Just a little lines of, I believe it's just going to be 3s, but this one right here is the one that I end up smearing. Let's see if we can see when I do it. Because like I said, I don't remember, I don't know when I did it. I just seen it after it was dry, and there's a big line up there. I mean, it kind of looks intentional, but we know it's not. All right, so I'm done with that, and then I believe I'm going to just bring in the liquid pearls, and we are going to make the little enamel dots with the liquid pearls. See, they're not smeared yet up there. I'm just going to come in and just add a whole bunch of these little clusters. Again, before the video ends, please click on all of the links below and see all the beautiful creations that everyone has created for the Here Comes Santa December 12th prompt for Christmas. And check all them lovely ladies out. And if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, it would be an honor to have you. My goal was to hit 200 by the end of the year. And as of voice recording this video, I have 195. So that's kind of cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I do go ahead and grab my gel gold pin, and it's smeared. So apparently at some point I did it there. And that's it. I do think